New South Wales Labor Party MP Greg Warren, who is the member for Campbelltown and a strong supporter of Jodi McKay, he wants Jodi McKay to be the next leader of the New South Wales Labor Party. It comes after former opposition leader Michael Daly stepped down after an awful result by the New South Wales Labor Party in the most recent March election. Thanks for joining us, Greg. Why are you supporting Jodi McKay?
Well, I think she's the best person to take up the leadership of the New South Wales Labor Party at the moment. She has runs on the board, she displays strength and integrity. And let me be clear about this. We've got two candidates that are very capable, but at this time I think Jodi's the best member to take it up to the task as a New South Wales Labor leader.
What do you think went wrong at the most recent election? Where do you think the Labor Party went so badly wrong? I mean, we saw Michael Daly made some injudicious remarks in the last week of the campaign, but surely, you can't sheet home such a poor result just to that, can you?
No, you can't. You can't, mate. You've got to be fair dinkum with ourselves, and that's why this leadership ballot has been so good. We're doing what we need to be doing now. That's getting out into the communities, talking to our rank and file members, talking to people in the bush, around the suburbs, and everywhere else. Clearly, what we put forward at the last election didn't wash because we didn't win. So that means we have to go back to the drawing board, and getting out and talking to our local members, talking to communities through country New South Wales, through the suburbs, is so important. And that's one of the positives that's been about this historical leadership ballot.
Greg, what are they saying to you? What are the rank and file saying to you right now about the Labor Party? And of course, we weren't expecting to be in this position after May 18 with a Morrison government. So clearly the Labor Party vote has collapsed, not just in New South Wales, and certainly in Queensland. What are they saying to you about the Labor Party right now?
Well, Peter, I'm from the rank and file myself, so I know how it feels as a rank and file member when you lose elections, particularly how bad it is when you lose elections that you're quite certain or very hopeful that you're going to win. Basically, the branch members are saying we need to get our act together, we need to get consistent policies with community, we need to make sure we're relevant and talking about the issues that mums and dads and pensioners and students and everyone else is talking about at the dinner table at night. Quite frankly, there's only one alternate to relevance, and that's irrelevance. That's why getting out and talking to our communities right across New South Wales with both our candidate, both our leadership candidates are doing so at the moment, and I think that's a really positive thing.
All right, now today the New South Wales government has come out and said that they're facing a funding headache. They're looking at a $22 billion debt over the next 3 years. They're talking about selling off the remaining half of Ausgrid. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, I'm against the privatisation of essential assets. They're now up to over $70 billion selling off the taxpayers of New South Wales assets, and a lot of those are revenue raising. That's leaving an enormous hole in our budget going forward, and particularly when you compound the forecasted downturn at the moment. It was only a couple of weeks ago where we saw a black hole of around $2 billion that had fallen out. We saw stamp duty revenue that was forecasted. It's now falling apart. In the media reports the other day, I think there was 14,000 units that were vacant throughout the Sydney metropolitan area alone. What that means, of course, is there's an oversupply that reduces revenue to budget as well as affects our economy. So there's some serious issues that New South Wales has to confront, and that's why, come June 30, we'll have our leader and we'll be taking that task up to the government to ensure that the people of New South Wales have a voice in the parliament.
Greg, just quickly, exciting news out your way. You've got a new soccer team, a national soccer team about to kick off. You must be pretty excited about that.
Yeah, it's great news. The Macarthur FC Bulls, it's going to do wonders, not only for the game and the A-League, but it's going to do fantastic things for our region and indeed South West Sydney. I mean, we're exploding out there. And we all know the good things that come with sport, the kids running out on the paddock learning mateship, teamwork, integrity, loyalty. All of those things that we carry through our lives, I think, are learnt on the footy field in my case, but indeed on the soccer field as well. So it's really exciting times, and it's going to be a fantastic thing for our community, South West Sydney, in the game.
Good on you, Greg Warren. Thank you so much for joining us on Credlin tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Peter.